Thank you for coming back to We the People News. Please subscribe, please leave your thumbs up, and please leave your comments. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for all the support that you give me on this channel, allowing me to do this. Thank you so much. If you did not see yesterday's video, please go back and watch it. I will link it to the end of this video. There's a lot of good stuff there I don't want you to miss, and it would help me out a lot. Y'all, this is not the video that I wanted to make today. In fact, I don't think there's ever a good day to make this video, but these things needs to be said. I had all my notes ready for today's video, and then this hit me, and this is more important than what I had. But the notes that I had will be coming later, either today or tomorrow morning. Y'all, when do we say enough is enough and actually do something and quit giving all this lip service and good thoughts? And good thoughts don't do anything but make you feel better about the situation. In Texas, we got 18 children, elementary school children, dead. These kids will never go out to play with their friends again. These kids will never grow up. They will never see another Christmas morning. We have one teacher trying to teach these kids, and she loses her life as well. 18 kids, one teacher, and one thug dead. These kids and this teacher will never have another Sunday dinner with their families again. These kids will never know the hug of their parents again. These parents will never know the hug of their kids again. And it's all because we say all these good words, but we don't do anything to stop the problem. We got to stop the violence. We have to stop this blame game when it comes to things like this. Y'all, I know guns don't kill people. People kills people. That is the problem that we have, and that's the problem that we have to change. People, not guns. But we also need new gun laws to reinforce this. Y'all, on this, we can't blame Joe Biden. We can't point our fingers to Joe Biden. This is not his fault at all. This was happening long before little Joe came on the picture. So no, this is not little Joe's fault. We have to have new gun laws, and we have to have them now. Because when do we say enough is enough? We need better mandatory background checks. No more loopholes at the gun shows. You have to go in and they have to do a background check, and I think it takes like 3 days. Oh well, you're going to have to wait 3 days to get your firearm. They have to do a thorough background check. None of these quickie background checks like they do at the gun shows. And if you have anything on your record, it may prolong it because they need to deep dive investigate then. Oh yeah, and you're going to have to pay for this background check and the deep dive investigation. We have to make sure that good people buys guns. Not thugs, not ex-criminals, not drug dealers, not people with bipolar syndrome. We have to make sure. And even if The only thing we pass is background checks. We have to really do it. That really won't do a whole lot because people are still going to get guns, but at least we'll know who's got them and who to watch. In schools, we need to modify these schools to have one point of entry. Now, I know you have to have doors all around the building. Have all the other doors in the building only open from the inside. One point of entry is all we need. That would reduce the danger dramatically. One point entry. In these schools, we need the coaches to be armed and trained in these situations. Now you may say, why do you say coaches? Well, coaches is all over the school. They're always somewhere to be found, and everybody looks up to the coach. Most kids when they have Most kids, when they have any kind of problems, the coach is the first to know. The windows in these schools, since we have one point of entry, the windows, you know how they go from, in most schools, they start at the ceiling and go almost down to the top of the cabinet or whatever. We need to raise those windows so the people outside can't see in, but we can still open the windows to get air and light. But the main thing is the people outside can't see in, because if these criminals can't get in the door, where are they going to go? They're going to go to the windows. If we have one point entry into these schools, we also need an armed guard at that entry with metal detectors. And for this metal detector, I would like to see it go a little bit further than that. The front door should be also locked from the inside, and it will not unlock until you go through the metal detector, which would be outside. And of course, the armed guard will be watching. We don't only need background checks, we also need mental background checks, and I'm going to tell you why. I used to work for a man in a Cajun restaurant. He was suffering from bipolar. He was on 3 different medications. One day he would come in happy as a lark. Next day he's throwing stuff, cussing everybody out. He'll snap just like that. But he got a concealed weapon permit. He carries a gun. And you know, the thing is, it's called concealed weapon permit. You're not supposed to let people know that you've got it. It's supposed to be tucked under your shirt, under your jacket, in a pocket, in a fanny pack, in a bookcase, something. It's not supposed to be seen by anyone else. You're the only one that's supposed to know you've got that firearm. Well, this creep that I used to work for, he makes sure everybody knows he's got a firearm. I went into another restaurant to have lunch with him one day, and he stood up acting like he was dry firing in the restaurant. How stupid is that? Just in case he's watching, I'm going to have to say what restaurant that was. That was Tijuana Flats. That way it kind of jog his memory so he won't think I'm lying. We need locked gates at all schools. I know we got it at most schools, but not all schools. We need locked gates at all schools. You know, every time this happens in a school, we lower our flag. Yeah, that's patriotic, but what is that going to do to help the problem? Not a damn thing. Well, in these elementary schools, we know the kids are the ones that takes in and raises the flag. This puts them in more danger because now we've got a situation like this and we got the kid out there lowering the flag. Lowering the flag is not going to do anything to fix the problem. When something like this happens, we send good thoughts. What is good thoughts going to do? It's not going to bring that kid back. It's not going to make that family whole again. It's just good thoughts. When you say I'm sending you good thoughts, that's not so much to help them, it's to help you. We need to do something to help the victims. We say that we'll pray for you, but then we don't. We need to actually pray, or don't say we're going to. Y'all, the thing is, a week after a tragedy like this happens, we stop talking about it. Then in about a month, we forget about it altogether. Then we wait for next time. And we pray as hard as we can that next time it won't be at our kids' school. But you never know. It just might. But I'm going to ask you again. When do we say enough is enough and actually do something to correct the situation? Y'all, it's our right as Americans to own and bear arms. I do have firearms and I always will. I'm talking to the good people out there right now. Now is the time, before laws are changed. If you want a firearm, you need to get it. You need to get it now. Because I believe and I hope our gun laws change and change for the better. I'm not saying that we need to take guns away from people. We can't do that. It's our constitutional right. And I would like to see the day that somebody tries to take my gun. But we need to make it harder for the bad people to get a gun. Now you're going to say, well, a bad person can't get a gun from the gun shop. He will buy them on the street. Yeah, they will. But eventually those guns are going to run out. And then if they're caught with a gun that's not registered to them, or they don't have a permit for it, they're going to jail. They'll be off the street. So yeah, that will still be a problem for a while until that's corrected. That problem will correct itself. But in any case, the good people can still get guns. You just have to have a background check. I'm sorry for the inconvenience of a 3-day background check, but if it's going to change the situation that we're going through, I think it's well worth it. Y'all, right now they're talking about new gun laws in the Senate and in the House. We need to watch closely and see who's actually trying to do something. And the ones that's not trying to do something on this, we need to vote them out. The people that we vote in, we need to know their stance on gun control. How they feel about gun control. What will they do about gun control? We do need gun control. Not to take guns away, but to limit who can actually get a gun. Y'all, I'm sorry about getting emotional, but I can't help it. Y'all, please keep your faith in Jesus Christ. Sound off in the comments. Let me know how you feel about this situation. Let me know what you think about gun control, what we need to do and what we don't need to do. We don't have to agree with each other. Y'all, our children's life is at stake here. Our teachers' life is at stake here. I know we do a lot of teacher bashing today with all this wokeness. But when it comes to their life, they should not have to face this problem. And our students and our families should not have to face this problem. Y'all, keep your faith in Jesus Christ. Say a prayer for our world. Say a prayer for our country. Say a prayer for those families that's lost their loved ones. Say a prayer for them people in Washington that they will do the right thing on this gun control problem. say a prayer for everyone around the world that's hurting through COVID, financial hardship, or any other affliction. And please watch this video that's popping up here now. That's from yesterday. There's a lot of good stuff on there I don't want you to miss. Just know I love you all. And I'm sorry, this video is not what I wanted to do today. Like I said, I had notes for a video, but I will put that off till tomorrow. This is far more important than anything I could say on any other video. I love you all. Until tomorrow. Ciao.